Hey everyone, Duelyst 2 is back again. I mean, it's been back for like a week, but I have had a week and have not had the combination of time and energy to make videos up until now. So I apologize for the delay, but here we are with some decks. So the first deck I'm going to look at for this run around. Actually, before I go into that, I should say that no cards have changed, as far as I'm aware, in this version. I did have a look through. I don't think they've made any adjustments at all. So, this does mean I'm kind of running low on my initial well of ideas. I have had a deck recommendation from Aruko. I'll be reaching that after this. So thank you for that, Aruko. I think the network test runs for a couple more days, so I will have a look at what videos I can make. And maybe if I play against anything that looks interesting, I'll snipe it. We'll try and make our own version. But first, this is opening Gambit midrange. Last time, I built an Arcanist Vitruvian deck, and I was sort of trying to find a way to make it not suck. And I put in Blindscorch and Zen'rui, and it was great. And so this is a version of that deck without Arcanists. We're just playing value minions, some big stuff. We're going to try and steal our opponent's things, and eventually sort of grind them out through application of card advantage. A lot of our minions have opening gambits. This is partly because they trade well, and partly because I am experimenting with playing Keeper of the Veil. So I don't know how good this card is. I suspect it isn't, but it is quite nice to get extra copies of a lot of the cards that we are playing. So we'll see how it goes. So the kind of the basis of the list is we've got this Blindscorch, setting a minion's attack to 0, which can be helpful with trades early on. It's just a cheap interactive spell. But we've also got Zen'rui, and so we're going to gain control of some stuff. Blindscorch Zen'rui is 6 mana for a 4/3 and an opponent's minion. I have declined to play Dominate Will, even though it's a single card for the same effect, because of the positional requirement and the fact that it costs more. Just enough of a pain that I think it's not super worth it, and the amount of tempo you get from having their thing and the Zen'rui is quite useful. So, that's the backbone of the deck, and then we have just a bunch of random utility minions and obelisks. I've gone with obelisks for the early game, again, basically just to try them out. They can eat Dispel or Night Sorrow Assassin. It's obviously quite punishing, but they're fine, I think. They don't really interact with Keeper, but you can Keeper a Fireblaze Obelisk and give your dervishes one more attack, which is kind of cute. You can also Keeper a Dervish, if you need an extra haste creature. Besides that, we've got Ephemeral Shroud, Healing Mystic, Primus Fist. None of this is new. I'm playing Sojourner. I just wanted a 3-drop. I think this card is bad because mostly your hand fills up in Duelyst 2. But I want to try it out. It is a card that can help rebuild if you do run low on resources, although that is not super likely with this type of deck in 2-draw. Moving on, we've got Emerald Rejuvenator, another staple. The Keeper, as I mentioned. This can recur all of our value minions for bonus value. Mostly pretty minor value. We get some healing and stuff, but blinking the top end of the curve is pretty exciting. We've got Dancing Blades. Keepering this is really good. Zen'rui, of course. Keepering that is pretty nuts. Amara Healer. This is just a really solid card. It's okay with Keeper in the sense that obviously it still gets the death trigger. You get a 1/1 provoke that drains them for 5. But primarily, despite the fact that it's 2-draw and there's good removal and stuff, this card has performed very well for me, and it's just like a nice extra bit of healing on top of your cheaper minions. And then we've got a Dark Nemesis and a Time Maelstrom. These are both just experiments. I want to see, they obviously play quite well together, but I want to see, is it possible to kill someone with Dark Nemesis if we exhaust their removal? And likewise, is Time Maelstrom any good? I mean, it's kind of free in the sense that you cast it, you get all your mana back, and you can move all your minions again, but is it worth the slot considering, you know, most of the time it's a dead draw? But we'll see. So that's the plan. This is the only deck I've built so far, as of the recording of this video. But I'm going to have a look around and see what else comes to mind. Maybe there's some other decks I can adapt. There's a deck website that I saw that has some decks on it. I had a look through and there wasn't anything massively surprising except that people seem to be playing Lady Lock a lot, which is kind of interesting. I'll ship one of these. I will keep the other because just jamming this on Healing Mystic on 2 is kind of nice. You can get some unexpected trades. Right, do I want this Sojourner? It's something to do next turn, so I will keep it for now. Holy moly. Just get to make this a 5/6? I honestly might do that. But let's start with this and see what we get. Zen'rui. I mean, so they still get this mana tile. But that's it. It's pretty bad if they have removal. They don't need much, right? They can dispel it and it'll die. Or they can... Also going to be on 6 HP and then it hits. I mean, I genuinely have nothing better to do. Let's go for it. Also, it's funny. Let's replace... Oh, we can replace this now. I guess I'll move myself up towards a mana tile. Honestly, that was probably bad. But I don't think I had anything better. Like, if I play the Sojourner in the middle, that doesn't really help. Mindcliffe, I guess. Second Sun. Okay. I can Primus Fist and kill that. And probably should? Question mark. Do I just casually take 8? I mean, yeah, right? Like, we play this at the back. Run up. Is there anything better I can do? Can I just hit them in the face? Body block? No, I don't think that goes well for me. If I can persuade them to move one of these away from my opponent at any point, the Zen'rui is massively punishing, but I think for now, I think we just have to do the sort of sensible play. So I'll put the Fireblaze Obelisk over here, take this mana tile, slap down a Primus Fist, and make the trade. I mean, that was a 2-for-1 in the sense that the Silence First Wishes don't cost a card. So, you know, we have, after, if you ignore my 2 draws for this turn, right, so I've drawn the same number of cards as my opponent, we are up a card, even if that card is just a Primus Fist. There's the Ironcliffe. Right. I'm probably dead here. Oh, I should be playing Repulsor Beast instead of this. That's what I should be playing. Repulsor Beast is good. Another Fireblaze. I mean, I can heal for 2. I die to double bond, but I don't die to single bond if I do that. I mean, I probably do, because I'll probably die next turn, but... We just hope to draw Blindscorch, I guess. Play this. Play Healing Mystic. I guess we may as well play it close to them. So I want to cash this in. I think I kind of do, right? Because it mitigates the damage that Immolation would deal. It's a bit awkward because it makes it easier for them to move this to a position where they can do something else, like they can attack this, for instance. Or like, they can move out the way. Oh, I can't afford to play anything else. Yeah, I think I do this and I attack in. There's the Blindscorch. Okay, so we can steal it next turn. So if they do go in with a Divine Bond here, I go to very low life, but hopefully they'll be standing next to it. We do threaten 8 damage with the 2 obelisks this turn as well. You know, there's always the chance they don't just have 2 copies of Divine Decimate. Decimate? Wow. Decimate is a card that I never play around, and as a consequence, always works. So this is the Holy Immolation. No, wait, they don't have Honor. They're just buffing it with something else, I guess. Sundrop Elixir? Go for it, mate. Go for it. Not a problem. Right, we're going to steal that and run away. I can only put the Zen'rui here. Is there any other option I have that's better? No. Mine now. Also, I'm leaving. All right. That's good. Now we have 3 minions in play, and they have 0, and they're provoked. They can obviously do stuff, but I don't think they can do 12 damage out of hand. Obviously, we can't Divine Bond them, but we can hit them for 9 next turn. 11 with the General. It's not bad. We have healing as well. These obelisks really haven't been that good, but there aren't that many good, cheap units for this faction. A lot of the other cheap Vitruvian cards are like Dervish buffers and other sort of synergy stuff that doesn't really... Okay. You can't move, mate. That has provoke. Okie dokie. That does prevent their Arclight Regalia from going away next turn, so it's a pretty good line. I'm gonna hide in the corner, I think, and try and body block. Or I can go here, maybe, and put something in the way. If they kill it, they can still hit me, but it's not super likely. I will probably catch this Zen'rui in. I'm gonna leave this there. What can I do as well? I can play an Obelisk. Oh, Rash's Curse, hello. Is that lethal? 1 off, right? So we've got 7, 8, 9... Oh no, Healing Mystic died. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in theory. Rash's Curse. Rejuvenator. Rash's Curse, double Obelisk might be fine. It's like slightly greedy, but not too bad. What I think I'm going to do is just put these just directly in front of my opponent. Hi. Yeah, this way it's harder for them to reach me. Which, I mean, there's a provoke unit as well, which may seem a little paranoid, but you know, it's also harder for them to play stuff next to me this way. They can do it with Ironclave, but they can't do it with other things. Which also, with this exact positioning, it makes Dancing Blades a bit better, because any minion they play, they can't put, like, directly in front of them. They can put it behind them, but then it can't reach me. Grandmaster Zero, okay. Grandmaster Zero is fairly scary. Oh, and neither of these dervishes can attack it. That's pretty good. So I can Dancing Blades it once. I can Dancing Blades Keeper of the Veil. I can Keeper of the Veil the Fire Blaze to buff these. Let's mulligan the... Ooh, Imara's pretty good. I think we just have to let them, right? We have to let them have it. Very awkward. It's one of the things, I'm looking at my cards, I'm sure I've missed lethal, but is this worth it? The Dancing Blades? I think I'm going to do this. Do I play around second Decimate? So they could attack this. They can heal themselves, attack this. But then they can't move. They can Martyrdom this, move, Decimate. That's fine. I'll go here. You know what? Yep, we're going to let them have it. Okay, we got a Zen'rui and we got a Shroud. Those would have been good last turn. I mean, well, Zen'rui wouldn't have without Blindscorch, but if they play another one and we Shroud it, that can be a big sort of nasty surprise for them. Okay, that's keeps them alive at least. They died to the obelisks though. They can't Decimate effectively. They can Martyrdom, but that doesn't achieve too much. They can play an Ironcliff Guardian, but that doesn't really do anything either. I think we have this. Does Dancing Blade still work on Zer if he's your general? I assume not, but like... Okay. Aegis Barrier? Oh, we're in Nexus, okay. Build your own Ironcliff Guardian, I guess. Alright, we did it. Man, that was a stressful game for some reason. Well, not for some reason. Like, I thought my opponent was going to kill me on turn 4. And then I was on 10 life. Let's go for game 2. It's Magmar. Magmar have a lot... Oh my god. Magmar have a lot of punishes for a cheeky obelisk. It is still tempted to play one on turn 1, because they don't have the natural selection. It's very good. It's not really worth it though, especially with Science First Wish in hand. Oh my god, stop it. I need you later. This deck does feel awkward. Like, I often feel my hand is just a ton of do-nothings. I think part of that is it's a Vitruvian deck, and, you know, Vitruvian decks in old Duelyst had Blood of Air and Sandswell Reader, and so you had a lot of powerful cards that could interact with your opponent's board. And in this version, every time a person plays a largish minion, I'm like, oh god, looking at my hand of like Dancing Blades and Emerald Rejuvenators going, none of these do anything. I think Blades is still good, but I haven't played one yet. Oh lord, that's a Vindicator. And I can't reach it. Give me... Well, I can't cast Dancing Blades. This could be very bad news for us. Blindscorch. Okay. Let's draw a card. Okay, well, I'll be able to take this mana tile off them at least. Give me Siphon Energy off the random? No, okay. This could be very bad for us. If they have... What's the new Hollow Grove Keeper, right? This is a 5/4 provoke. Okay, we've got removal now. Although it doesn't quite kill it, actually, because this is the wrong obelisk. If we draw Zen'rui and this mana tile is still available, and we get to be fancy. But we might lose the game this turn, like, they might just kill us. Put us so far behind. they have the 5/4 frenzy thing. It looks like they don't have too much. They're just blocking the mana tile. What have you got? Kinetic Equilibrium. Okay. My opponent has killed their own Vindicator. Okay. That's fine. that's fine. Alright, we got the combo, that's good. I guess we just pressure them a little bit. Play around Flash Mercantor. Did they Flash Mercantor last turn? Yes. Maybe I don't play around Flash Mercantor then. I'm not going to attack them, because if they do have Flash Mercantor, this is awful. Or maybe I should have put the Chaos Elemental here. Yeah, that would have been sensible. I played into it too much. Like, I don't think they have it, but they did draw 2 cards, you know, end of last turn, and they have to replace, so chances of top decking into something in Duelyst are not super low. Alright, they don't have it. They don't have anything. This Primus Fist looks to be well positioned here. Ooh, that's not bad either. Okay, what's the sequencing? Play this first, I think. I want to connect this Chaos Elemental to the face. So I think that you're going to go... Oh, this doesn't actually work. Yeah, this goes here. This goes here. This goes face. They're approaching the natural Mercantor mana now. So they don't need Flash anymore. So how do I want to play around that? Let's just play an Obelisk very far away. This board position looks really weird. Like, why are my minions arranged like this? So hopefully they just play a big idiot and we steal it and win the game. That's a big idiot. That's useless. Outside of playing obelisks in safe positions. They do nothing. Do I even... Yeah. Hold on, let's just... How am I positioning this? Like this. Yeah, these Sojourners are pretty pants. Keep replacing them because my hand is full. I'm gonna stay where I am. Hell yeah, let's go. I miss Sephiron's old Bloodborne spell. Using Blindscorch on like 3 power creatures to steal them with Zen'rui feels so bad. Yeah, fair. Okay, so my opponent played a very threatening card on turn 1 and then didn't do anything, so I feel bad. It might just be because I'm low rank, I don't know. I guess there has just been a season reset, so... I might just do a cheeky tweak. Let's get rid of these Sojourners, they are rubbish. What did I mention playing instead? I honestly don't remember. I do want more 3-drops. Wall Guardian, Windstorm Obelisk, not really what I want. Could just put in Sand Trap. What's a good neutral 3-drop? Cannot attack minions, huh? Lawmaster? Seems bad. I don't have that many spells. And I... Oh yeah, Repulsor Beast, that was it. It's gonna put in Repulsor Beast. It is another small minion that doesn't do much. But it's quite a good card, I would say. Maybe Devourer is better, it's more proactive. Or Sunseer for more healing. Sworn Avenger is the same. Sivrel is funny, Venom Toth. These cards are all fine, but like, they're all limited fodder. Except for Sunseer. I like Sunseer in Arcanist decks. I don't think I like it in other decks though. Like maybe Sworn Avenger, but it just feels weak. Ranged units are good in draft, obviously, but the way I play doesn't really suit that. I'm not much of a backline-y kind of player. I like to just get up in people's face and close off their options a little bit, and playing minions that require me to sit back and try and develop something small. Oh, this is a yikes. This might be good to just play on turn 3. What are they likely to have? There's no Pterodon anymore. No build minions. There isn't really much, is there? Yeah. No Lantern Fox and Magmar. Oh god, this continues to suck. I guess I can Rash's Curse, Science First Push their 2-drop. If they have one. Maybe they don't. Oh. 3-card opening hand is so punishing. Right, what's the top deck? I wouldn't let me emote them again. There we go. Do we think they're playing artifacts? Not unlikely. Adamantite Claws is a pretty good card. And this is removal. Cool, that'll do. I'll probably just Obelisk it for an extra point of toughness. Obelisk? Probably just first switch it for an extra point of toughness. I could honestly play it in the center. Because they can only deal 2 damage to it. Yeah, it'll die the following turn probably, but that's not a huge deal. I'm just going to do it. Denying this mana tile I think is quite useful. Cool. Yeah, I can heal it and buff the Dervish for some trades. That's not bad actually, because I can make it through 3 and kill a X3. Oh. Scary unit. Oh, that was just them replacing. It just showed weirdly. Golem Vanguard. Oh, they didn't attack. Yeah, I can hit it. Not sure I care to, but I can. Right, if they're playing a bunch of golems... Ooh. No, I can kill this. First one didn't die, so the second one seems reasonable. We're way off Plasma Storm yet. I think we can go... Second Obelisk up here. Primus Fist down here. Kill this. Attack them? Yeah. I'm a bit low on cards that do anything, so... Oh, hello. I mean, the problem is I'm going to develop these and I get Plasma Stormed for my entire board. There's the natural selection. That's fine. There's the second natural selection. Yes. That's also... You know what? That's also fine. Now I don't feel too bad about developing these. Because they're not going to Plasma Storm everything. I will replace one of them though. Nemesis seems pretty good here. Do I care about them attacking it? It's got 6 HP and they have no board. I think I might just try and box my opponent in, you know? So like, my hand and cards all suck, but they're working anyway. This deck is weird. Like, it's so... Every card in it feels bad all of the time, except for Zen'rui Blindscorch. Maybe the Arcanist build was the right way to go after all. Because like so many of these cards feel really do nothing. I may need to Blindscorch that just to keep it off my back for a bit. Can I kill it anyway? Not quite. Not with, like the Primus Fist is close, but no cigar. I don't hate Rejuvenator here. I mean, I can Blindscorch it, like I said, with the tempo. And then play this next turn. In which case, I don't really need the Primus Fist, right? I can just go Blindscorch Rejuvenator or something. Is that what we're doing? I'm a bit loath to give up a Blindscorch because they're going to have more big golems, but I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I think this is where we're going. So you know what? I'm not going to hit it. I'm just going to attack the face. Like, let's just tempo play. We make this irrelevant. Slap my opponent in the face. They don't have a great Mercantor because they have to kill this first. Due to the Blindscorch anyway. Oh. Well, that's their turn. I mean, it was also my turn, but that's their turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Like Dark Nemesis a distance away as well. Oh, that's not bad. I can't reach it. I can kill this actually with my minions. In which case, maybe I should just play this up in my opponent's grill. I'm afraid of Egg Morph though. Is the only issue there. Are they going to be running Egg Morph? It feels like a sensible thing to play around. On the flip side, if they don't have Egg Morph, it just kills them. Like, I don't think they can remove it, and it just kills them. Double Fireblaze Obelisk brings this up to 5. 1 off lethal. I mean, the other option is to hit them for 9, play this, and they die to the trigger. Yeah, I think we're doing that. And they might have another Earth Sphere, obviously, but... Where's my Zen'rui? Oh my god. What a steal, a Brightmoss Golem. Yeah, so they have to either remove the Dark Nemesis, which I don't think they can do. Or heal. Both of those cost mana, so they're probably not developing another big golem. They can obviously kill my 4 too. I guess they have the cost reducer, so they could remove it or heal and develop a medium-sized golem. It's a 5/3 now? Neat. I'm not sure I've ever killed someone with a Dark Nemesis before. I must have played it in draft at some point. Card's pretty good, you know. Core Spirit Orb. Cool. That'll probably become relevant when the game actually comes out, you know. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Deck felt okay. I mean, I guess I was playing against some weird stuff. Which I don't know, again, I don't know if it's just because I'm low on the ladder or if people are tinkering. I mean, there isn't really much, to be honest. Like, I have struggled a little bit to find compelling things to do in Duelyst 2 past the first few decks I built. This deck is good, I think, if iterated on, but like, most of the cards in it feel rubbish. They're just sort of there because I need them. And it's just the fact that like there isn't really anything that beats Mind Control right now, it seems. Because people are playing... Like, basically, this probably loses to hard aggro, although it's got enough healing that maybe it doesn't. And you can, like, steal the Lantern Foxes and stuff. But This is probably somewhat soft to proper aggro decks. But then the decks that beat aggro decks are playing a bunch of stuff like, you know, Archon and Grandmaster Zero and things. And those are very soft to just being stolen. Yeah, they're 0 power for a ton, but they often have a lot of health, so it doesn't really matter. Like you're probably still going to have it in play when you start your turn. Most of the time. At least that's been my experience so far. And you get to do stuff like stealing Silithar Elders and things, which is just absurd. I mean, maybe you do want Dominate Will, but I don't think so. Like, I'm keeping my distance quite a lot. It feels... There's something actually, like, compared to Duelyst when it launched, the card pool is pretty similar. In fact, I'd argue that the card pool now is, you know, they've brought up a lot of the weak stuff. I mean, they haven't brought it up very far. But then, when I started, it was one draw. And that does help. In the sense that you can win with card advantage. You can't really do that in Duelyst 2. Everyone just has cards all the time. Like, in those games, my opponents and I basically had 4 to 6 cards in hand for the entire game. You can eventually grind on the board. There aren't too many exciting minions to kind of try and stick. Like, Dancing Blades is the biggest creature I have apart from the win conditions. So I don't know. Feels a bit weird. But I think this list, like Blindscorch Zen'rui is so strong. Like so strong. And I think if there's a shell, if you can find a decent shell to put them in, like maybe it is Arcanists, maybe you play Dervish Vet and that's your top end, like mind controlling them. So you just play Obelisks and Orbweaver and Dunecaster. Even then, you're just playing a bunch of small creatures. Doesn't really do much. Maybe you play Artifacts. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cards you could play, but none of them are really like the sort of thing I want for, at least I'm trying to build a mid-range deck. I just want good cards, and there aren't really many. There's good cards towards the top end of the curve, but I'm not playing them because I'm playing other stuff instead. That's where the Zen'rui and Dancing Blades come in. Maybe this instead of Dancing Blades, or a split. I don't know. Feels sketch. It's just a vanilla creature if they're attacking. Shrug. On the bright side, it did work, right? More or less in those games, and I was able to like the obelisks actually performed quite well, even though they were, you know, just easy to answer because they're obelisks. They just have a lot of HP, and people aren't easily able to reach them sometimes. Even if they are, it's like it's got 6 HP. It's fine for a turn to make some trades with it. So they did okay, I think. I don't know how happy I am with them, but they did okay, even into counters. So I think I'm going to call that there. Maybe I'll come back to this another time, see if I can find a different shell to put it in, but if I think of something, I'll have another go. But I will, in the meantime, see you next time. Have a good one.